Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this video we are going to learn a lot of awesome stuff. Inshallah, I promise we are going to learn a lot of awesome stuffs, especially the examples from the Quran. You're gonna really love this, but for that you will have to watch the whole video, cause if you don't understand the grammar parts then you cannot appreciate those. And when you are done with this, you can yourself look at some surahs that you really know and you can find out stuff yourself. And always remember that this is also a little part, this is kinda 15% of your studies in Islam, and when you do this you will be able to do some stuff and I'll show you that. But remember that you can always do better, and the more you will learn the more you can do better. We already did in the last video 3 kinds of words, and now let's see how we can make use of these things. As you can see, we told about status in the last video a little bit. Now we will also know status, number and gender, and of course with examples from the Quran. And I also told you that I'll show you some cool stuff. Okay, fine, I'll show you that first since it's a promise. Alright, something that you might appreciate because we do this, you have the word Islam, right? Now I'm gonna show you something, a word that you know. Wow, interesting, isn't it? I think you still don't get it. So how about something? I think you're starting to notice something. Islam is the religion that you follow, peace. A Muslim is someone who has Islam. Shirk is associating partners with Allah. A mushrik is someone who does shirk. Iman is Iman. A mu'min is someone who has Iman. Any other words that you can think of? It's interesting, right? It's already 2 minutes. Just like that you can actually, and now this one that today we will do, see, Rafa Marfu, similarly Nasab Mansub, the one that is a Nasab is Mansub. Jar Majrur, you get the idea? So adding the mim there, you're saying okay, this is the thing and this is someone who does this thing. So it's more like Iman, Mu'min, Hasan, doing great things, best things. Muhsin, the one who is the best, just like that, you know. Anyways, so that was it. Now let's start our Arabic for today. So we told you that there are 4 properties of Ism: I'rab, Adat, Jinsun and Qismun. And now you already know the deal about Rafa Marfu, Nasab Mansub, Jar Majrur. You can use either terms. I think for our sake we will use Rafa, Nasab and Jar because it's easier. But Marfu, Mansub, Majrur just means that which is Rafa, that which is Nasab, that which is Jar. I already taught you that. Anyways, so now we'll go to the details. As you can see here, I have written for you doer, detail and after of. You may know doer, okay. Detail, understandable. What's after of? We'll see. I want you to see an English example first. This is going to be long, but it's going to be fun. So you have subject, doer of the act, right? It's called marfu. You have object, another way of saying it. And you have possessive. Now I think you kind of understand. If you still don't, let's look at examples. Look at this sentence. A cat entered the room. So in the sentence the cat is of course the doer, the marfu or the rafa, whatever you think. Entered is the action actually. And so it's a detail. Mansub. And the room is another detail because it will answer the question, where did it enter? What did it do? Who did it meet with? Think WH questions, you know, you have WH questions. The answer to those questions is most of the times mansub. And all sentences don't require a majroor. Alright, gadgets of Batman are cool. So here the word after of is Batman, right? As you can see, of, and literally the word after of is Batman. So that is what majroor is in English. So Batman is the majroor here. Gadgets is of course the marfu, since we are talking about the gadgets. And what are they? They are cool. That means that's mansub. Are cool is mansub. Anything except the marfu and the majroor is mansub, or you can say rafa, nasab, jar, whatever suits you. Now have a look at this sentence. My cat entered the room. There's no of here. But if I break the my cat, it becomes cat of mine. My cat can be broken into cat of mine. Similarly, my parents can be parents of mine. So the word after of is mine. So here, my is not actually rafa, it's actually majroor. And the cat is the marfu, since we're talking about the cat. And entered the room, what did the cat do? Entered the room. So those are all mansub. That's the English explanation, okay? I think we're done enough with English. And two things to know. Now this was English. Now you will see how easy it is in Arabic. It's super easy in Arabic. You just need to know about two things: the ending sound and the ending combination. So ending sound, singular, un and in. This is call it double jabber, what do they call this one? This is double jabber, double jer, and this is double pesh. But actually they are double fatha, double kasra, double dhamma. Okay? Anyways. And you have here ending combination, which actually you might not understand now. Just have a look. Ani, aini, una, ina, and for feminine, atun, atin. What on earth are you talking about? Don't worry, everything will make sense. Just know these combinations for now, and you will see later. Now two things I want you to focus on: number and gender, right? Because we're preparing ourselves for something really awesome, right? Really awesome. Like when you do that chart, you can make a lot of things in Arabic. Serious. So number is of three types in Arabic, interestingly. Normally numbers in all languages are singular and plural, but Arabic has a special place for pair. So as usual, there are no harakas. I will tell you: adad, mufrad, musanna, and jama. So singular, pair, and plural. And gender, the jins, you have muzakkar and muannas. Okay, masculine and feminine. That's easy to say. In all languages it's the same, but in Arabic, number has pair. It's something new. And these are the combinations for pair, and these were the combination for plural. It will make more sense once you see the chart. What on earth is this? I'll tell you. You know this: marfu, mansub, majroor. You know this: singular, pair, and plural. And you know this is male. So Muslimun is actually one Muslim, and he is rafa. Musliman is one Muslim, but he is nasab. Muslimin is one Muslim, but he is jar. Muslimani, see ani, the combination I showed you, ani. Muslimani is two Muslims, and they are rafa. Guess what? What is Muslimaini? Two Muslims, and they are nasab. Similarly, Muslimaini can be two Muslim nasab and two Muslim jars. But Mr. Wasim, then how am I supposed to identify between nasab and jar? That's even more awesome. We will learn it in a later lesson, not in this one. For now, rafa is ani and nasab and jar is aini. Okay, what were we talking about? Two. Muslimuna is more than two Muslims, rafa. And Muslimina and Muslimina are similarly nasab and jar, more than two Muslims. Okay, this takes care of the muzakkar part, the masculine part. You're not going to do gender discrimination and not tell us about the female, right? Of course not. Here, ladies time, muannas. Now, the simplest way of making normal isms female is Muslim. Just add a ta. So muslimatun is one female Muslim or Muslima who is Rafa. Muslimatan, you can guess it, one Muslim female Nasab. Muslimatin, one Muslim female Jar. Muslimatani, two Muslim female Rafa. Muslimataini, Taini, similarly two Muslim female Nasab or Jar. This is the difference. Muslimatun and Muslimatin and Muslimatin. This is where it's different, because here it was una, ina, but for the feminine it's atun, atin, atin. Notice Muslimatun, Muslimatun. You see, if you just make a mistake of reciting one ayah, one alif, then you are not making singular pair, you're making singular plural. So it's very important to know how to recite, and you know where there's Muslimatun and Muslimatun. You don't want to mess up the meaning of the Quran. See the difference? And you appreciate your learning, right? That just one single alif can make the number more than 2. Not even pair, more than 2. From 0 to hero almost, like. So one more time. Muslimun, Musliman, Muslimin, Muslimani, Muslimaini, Muslimaini, Muslimuna, Muslimina, Muslimina. For the female, Muslimatun, Muslimatan, Muslimatin, Muslimatani, Muslimataini, Muslimataini, Muslimatun, Muslimatin, Muslimatin. Let's do for Muhsin. Muhsinun, Muhsinan, Muhsinin, Muhsinani, Muhsinaini, Muhsinaini, Muhsinuna, Muhsinina, Muhsinina. Muhsinatun, Muhsinatan, Muhsinatin, Muhsinatani, Muhsinataini, Muhsinataini, Muhsinatun, Muhsinatin, Muhsinatin. For Mu'minun, Mu'minun, Mu'minan, Mu'minin, Mu'minatani, Mu'minani, Mu'minaini, Mu'minaini, Mu'minuna, Mu'minina, Mu'minina. Qad aflahal mu'minun. So Allah was talking about plural, right? You appreciate lots of things once you learn it. In this way you can do for mushrik and any other words, ism. And they're not always, with mu. For example, you have nasir. I told you in the second video, nasir. So nasirun, nasiran, nasirin, nasirani, nasiraini, nasiraini, same. It's very interesting. Anyway, so it's been 13 minutes. Let's go on. Now we'll focus on the number part. So in Arabic there are 6 types of numbers. Masculine plural, which you did, Muslimuna. Feminine plural, which we did, Muslimatun. What we didn't know is that there are non-human feminine plural. Now non-human feminine plural, Shams, to know this we need to know gender first. So let's look at gender. In Arabic, masculine. It's simple. But feminine is very complicated. You have biological feminine. A literal female, a sister, a mother, ummu, mother. Then you have words that end with ta or hamza, or these are all alif, right? This is alif and this is an hamza. So you are actually talking about, okay, so Rahmat is not a female, it's a word in Arabic. Rahmat doesn't have any gender, but Arabs will actually tell that's a feminine gender. That means that's a muannas. So gender is more than the biological thing in Arabic. For example, body parts. You ever say my ears are male, my ears are female? No. But in Arabic actually, body parts in pair, if you look at the gender, it's actually muannas. For example, aynun, your eyes, pair of eyes. Yad, your hands, they're actually muannas. Non-human feminine, this is the part I want to talk about. Everything has a gender. Even your book, your bag, your makeup stuff, your video game PlayStation, everything has a gender in Arabic, and those are called non-human feminine. For example, I have given you an example, kutubun, books. So these books don't have gender, but in Arabic they are considered muannas. And specific names of places, not all places, some places. For example, Misran, which is actually Egypt in Arabic, is actually considered muannas. There are some exceptions to this. And of course there are feminine because the Arabs said so. So Sama is an example, Shams is an example, Harb is an example. Why are they feminine? War. How can war have gender? But if you ask an Arab what's the jins for harb, and they will say it's muannas. So it's just Arab said so. So any word that doesn't fit in these 6 options, you say, is it biological feminine? No. You say it's with ta or a. No. It's body parts and pairs? No. It's non-human feminine? No. It's specific name of a place? No. It's feminine because Arab said so? No. Then it's masculine. So by default, everything is masculine unless you have any of the 6 reasons to make it feminine. By default, everything is masculine. So not all objects are actually almost masculine. You need to have any of these reasons. For example, non-human feminine, most of the objects fall under this category. So when you look at the Quran, you will have to actually go through these 6 things. If none of this match, then you have it masculine. Anyways, just for knowledge. And now we can say the plural. You already did masculine, feminine, plural. So non-human feminine plural is actually those. So not Shams. Well, there is only one sun. I don't know why I wrote this here. You non-feminine feminine plural, you can have Kutubun. I'll just correct it now. You have Kutubun. So that's how you do it. It's a non-feminine, it means a lot of books. Kitab is one book and Kutubun is actually a lot of books. Now, in English we have some words. For example, in English we make plurals with S or ES. So house, houses, match, matches, and then you have what else? Pen, pens, book, books. But you don't say mouse, mouses, tooth, toothes. We don't say that. Mouse is mice, tooth is teeth, but boot is not beat, boot is boots. So this, some words are there in Arabic which are actually plural, but they are not in the normal pattern. It's same in Arabic. Those are called broken plurals. Take a note of this one, this is important. Those are called broken plurals. For example, Nabi is Anbiya. What did we do for plural? It is supposed to be Nabiyani, Nabiyaini, Nabiyaini, Nabiyuna. But here we can see it's actually Anbiya. Not the normal pattern, right? Similarly, Kitab is actually Kutubun. So similarly you have Qalam. So these are actually broken plurals, okay? They don't convert the way you normally convert the plural in Arabic, just like I showed you. Ani, aini, una, ina, these things, or atun. No, they are actually they have their own spelling, and there are lots of examples. We can see that later. You can actually look at in the Quran. When you see, I'll show you a website just in this video. There you can see what is the plural. If it's a plural, then you will understand, oh, so this is a broken plural. If you see ani, aini, aini, una, ina, that means it's normal. If you don't see those combinations, that means this plural is broken plural. Similarly, you have non-human broken plurals. For example, fuad. Fuad is a very interesting word. It's actually a word for an excited heart. Because you will be like, hey, I thought the word for heart is kulub. But fuad is actually an excited heart. So Allah will sometimes use fuad. Allah will sometimes use kulub. For example, Allah uses fuad for the mother of Musa alayhi salam when she let her baby go. She was very, very emotional. She put her baby on the river. Can a mother do that? Put her baby on the river? But she actually did that. So Allah says, fuad. So it was the fuad. So that's fuad. And the broken plural is afid. So See, it's not fuaduna, fuadina, fuadina. And then you have ism jama, which are ism normal words, but they themselves have plural meaning. For example, nas, qul a'udhu bi rabbil nas. Now nas is one word, but the meaning includes a plural, lots of people. Qaum, a nation is of one man? No, it's of multiple humans. So that's also, this is called ism jama. So we're done with number, gender, and now the Quranic examples, the Quran time. So the surah I chose for you today is Surah al Ikhlas, and it's already 20 minutes, but let's do this. So Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Qul huwa Allahu ahad. So Allah here, as you can see, marfu, right? It's marfu. So what's the main thing about this ayah? Allah. And ahadun, this is also marfu. This is something actually very interesting. It's ism mawsuf sifa. So we didn't do it yet. We'll do it in the next video. So let's, maybe not the next after the next. Anyways, so here now you can identify rafa. You see, Allahu. If it was Allah, then the word Allah would have meant that Allah. The word Allah is in nasab form. And if the word Allah was Allah He, then the word Allah would have been in jar form. Similarly for ahadun, it would be ahadan, ahadin, ahadani, ahadaini, ahadaini, and so on. Let's go to the second ayah. Allahu samad. Similar, rafa, right? No nasab, no jar. Did you notice? There's no nasab and no jar in these sentences. So you might say, isn't it perfect if Allah would have said Allahu samadan? Because that would have mean that this is a detail about Allah. Actually, no. Allahu samadun. The fact that Allahu samadun both are marfu, it means the point is Allah is samad. The whole samad, this whole thing is actually the point of this ayah. So samad is not just any details about Allah. Allah is samad. He actually doesn't need any single human being or other creations. So it's samad. Okay, not just samad, it's samad. So that's why it's not nasab, a normal detail. It's marfu. And another thing about marfu we will learn later. Lam yalid wa lam yulad. These are all fails, so we didn't do these things yet, so let's keep it. Wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. So here la is actually why is it jar majroor? This is something called harf of jar and majroor. This is something very interesting. I will show you. Kufuwan. What is this? Rafa, nasab, jar. Tell me. Yes, you're right. Nasab. Because it's an. If it was kufuin, it would have been jar. Ahad. Ahadun. See, the rafa is at the end of the sentence. So you might be thinking, oh, maybe Allah is talking about that there is no one, there is the rafa. No, actually the subject of the sentence is actually the last word. So in Arabic it's really easy. You just look at the ending and you tell it. Now we have 23 minutes done. I'll show you one last thing. Alright. Don't worry, it's not grammatical lesson, it's from the Quran. You recited again and again this thing. There's a quiz for you. Why don't you say, where did you see this? So you have فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ. Notice this. I think you should be able to tell what is this combination. Tukazibani. Ani, aini, aini. Fabiai alai rabbikuma tukaziban. Which of the favors will the two of you deny? Hold on a second. I thought Allah was talking to humans only. Who is the other one? Jinns. Fabiai alai rabbikuma tukazibani. But in the recitation you hear tukaziban, which is like tukaziban. Let me put a double fatha. And you would have think, oh, tukaziban, that means singular. No, actually look at your Quran and you will see it's tukazibani. That means it's pair. The humans and the jinn. Allah is talking to both communities here. Interesting, isn't it? Just like that, you have many other things of ism, rafa, nasab, jar. You will find them. And I hope this was a lesson you really appreciated. This is something you learned big today. I don't know if you have watched this 25 minutes, but if you have, alhamdulillah, you have done a lot, a big thing. Like this is in other courses, in Arabic courses, what you did in 25 minutes is 3 lessons or 4 lessons. If you were able to understand everything, you just did work of 4 days in 25 minutes. If you have any questions, you can ask, and please, don't hesitate to ask. Please ask, and don't forget to download the handouts. And just like I showed you this, try to find some surahs that you know, your favorite surah, and look for rafa, nasab, jar there. Look for 3 kinds of words: what is fail, what is harf, what is ism. The things you learned, try to look out for them, and then you can appreciate. And some things you can come up on your own. If you want, you can share with us. So I hope you did enjoy this. It's been a long time, 26 minutes, and so I'll end it here. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.